While names like Prost, Senna, Patrese, and Mansell dominate F1 history, a number of mid-grid regulars also tend to be overlooked: Jean-Marc Gounon, Jonathan Palmer, Stefan Johansson, Oscar Larori, and others all appeared in 1989 but often slip from modern memory due to mid-pack results. But perhaps the most unknown drivers of the 1989 F1 season are Gregor Foitek from Switzerland. Debuted with EuroBrun at the 1989 Brazilian GP, participating in pre-qualifying but only managed to reach the main qualification once and even then failed to start the race. Later moved to Ryle Racing, but an uncompetitive car and a high-speed rear-wing failure in Spain led to his departure. He scored 0 championship points from 22 Grands Prix entries. Volker Weidler from Germany. A pre-qualifier for Ryle Racing, Weidler entered around 10 GPS but never qualified to race, his car simply too slow to make it into the main qualifying sessions. Éric Bernard from France. Made his F1 debut during the 1989 French Grand Prix for Laris, replacing Yannick Dalmars mid-season, ran strongly before suffering a late engine failure and had a brief second outing at Silverstone. Though he returned full-time in 1990, his 1989 stint is often overlooked. Enrico Bertaggia's 1989 F1 campaign was brief and fraught with difficulty. Although he secured an entry with Coloni toward the end of the season, he was unable to make the grid due to repeated pre-qualification failures in a competitive but flawed car. His only outing outside championship events was the indoor exhibition in Bologna, far removed from Grand Prix action. Enrico Bertaggia attempted to pre-qualify in the last 6 Grand Prix of the year: Belgium, Italy, Portugal, Spain, Japan, and Australia, but failed to pre-qualify for any, meaning he did not participate in a single official race. After that, on 1992, Enrico Bertaggia was signed by the team Andrea Moda Formula in one of the strangest and most chaotic chapters in Formula One history, and arguably the most infamous part of his racing career. In fact, the team didn't even manage to show up at the first race, and so Bertaggia never raced in 1992 either. Why these drivers are forgotten? First, for uncompetitive machinery. Teams like EuroBrun and Ryle simply lacked the pace to reach qualifications, let alone score points. Or short-lived F1 spells, drivers such as Foitek, Weidler, and Bernard had only brief stints during 1989 before moving on. Low media exposure, focus remained on front-runners, leaving the backmarkers in the shadows of history. These drivers remind us that Formula One isn't just about champions, it's also about those who battled in obscurity, driving less competitive cars, fighting through pre-qualifying, and doing their best in a sport often defined by the leaders up front.